What's happening, all you beautiful, beautiful people? Your boy, the Vuslap, is in the building. It's a crazy day. We're not going to take too much time in the intro. We're going to jump straight into it because we've got a lot to talk about since we beat Wolves. Let's jump into it. Hit subscribe, like, and all that stuff while you're at it, please. Of course, last time we played West Ham and Wolves. We beat West Ham 1-0. We lost West Ham 1-0. We beat Wolves 3-1. We then went on probably the worst run we've ever had. I've ever had in Football Manager. Well, not really, but yeah, 5 games, 1 draw. That's right. We lost to Bournemouth, Liverpool, Aston Villa, and Wolves in that replay, drawing with Newcastle of all teams. And on top of that, only scoring 4 goals in that. It's 3 goals in that 5-game period. 4 goals if you add 6. 4 goals if you add 7. 5 goals if you add 8. We've been on poor goal-scoring form. Benjamin Sesko picking up a couple of there in those couple of games. Then we had a bit of a turn of fortune in January. A couple of injuries. We had the AFCON happen. So Ahmed Mbeumo and Matsurawi were gone. Cunha picked up a long-term injury. I still don't think he's back. Altai and Lemons both picked up injuries, so Heaton had to play in some of the games. It was just an absolute crazy one at this point. But we somehow managed to beat Leeds 2-1. Now, I know I said I was coming back at the Leeds game. I didn't want to come back when we were in such poor form, so I had to do some drastic measures. We tweaked the tactic a little bit. Still keeping Amorim ball, but at least we've turned our fortunes around for the time being. In the last 5 games, we've won 3, drawn 1, and lost 1. Like I said, we beat Leeds 2-1. Constantelias picking up a brace in that one. We then managed to draw against Burnley, and I feel we were very lucky to get a draw in this one because they were all over us in this game. Angelino with an early goal. Ahmed, back from AFCON, scored a goal against Stoke in the FA Cup to get us through to the next round. And then in an emphatic 3-1 victory over Manchester City. I was very much considering coming back for this game just to show you the new tactic because we're beyond good form. And then Sesko got injured. And I was like, oh, and Altair, you can see, got injured during the match. So we had to, fought through that injury. But we managed to still win the game at 3-1. Chida Obi started his first game as a Man United player. Scored his 3rd goal for the season. And then with Tom Heaton in goals, we lost to Arsenal 2-0. Today's episode is going to be a bit of a bouncy one around. We've got Fulham coming up, which we're going to do. Then we've got Spurs coming up as well. I think those are 2 very big games that we desperately need to get some points on the board. And if we take a look at the log. Where is my log? I'm still learning the buttons for these things, guys. There we go. There is the Premier League table. You can see we're sitting currently in 9th place. 1 point behind Spurs. We play in our 2nd game. 3 points, well, now 6 points behind Bournemouth in 6th place. But we do have a game in hand over them. I think they played a little bit earlier. So Europa is still on the pick table. That's what we need to do. We are taking Fulham. They're near the bottom of the table. And then, like I said, we're taking on Spurs. Spurs is the big one. Spurs could be the difference for us getting Conference League or not. Shout out to Aston Villa, though, keeping their season alive, not like in real life where they're struggling. Bournemouth and Newcastle all doing quite well this season. It's been a bit of an interesting one. It really, really has. Oh, I wanted to mention this as well. Crystal Palace has a new manager. Yeah, Crystal Palace. Ange is their new manager. Ange Postecoglou, look at that. I wonder if there's anyone else. Let me have a quick look. Oh, our team we're taking on next, Spurs, have Glasner as their manager, which is quite interesting as well. I thought that was fun. Who else is new? Nuno Santos is at West Ham. Mikel Arteta is still there. Emre is still there. Areola is still there. Xavi Hernandez is the manager of Brentford. Ruben Amorim is at Brighton. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? This whole timeline is completely crazy, is it not? I think it's absolutely crazy. There we go, gone through everyone. So those are the big runs. But anyway, let's get to the Fulham game. We're going to talk about our tactic. There we go. That is our tactic. That is how we are looking. I haven't changed the squad just yet. We will talk about that because we've also got to talk about transfers in a bit. We've got Benjamin Sesko up front, Mbeumo, Costantelias, Angelino. Basically, the idea is that these two have just gone to wider, and we're going to be playing a little bit more wider, and not too much difference out of position or in position. We're going to keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it here. Keep it together. That's it. Let's talk about our signings. We've got Fretesi, of course, we know about him. He's actually hit the ground running quite well. 4 games played this season, a 7.10 average. He's impressing me a lot. Then another few more signings. We've also brought in Delgado. Milton Delgado officially signed for us. Has played 1 off the bench. Got injured slightly in the last game. So we'll be thinking he's more of the Fernandez long-term replacement in the squad. So you might be seeing him not as much as the others. And that's our signings. We do have another guy that we signed, but he's gone back to LA in Saradia, another centre mid position. We have sold Ahmed Diallo, though. He has left the building. He went to Juventus. You know what? After the Fulham game, we'll talk about the transfers. How about that? We'll go through them in detail because there's still 1 or 2 that I'm trying to get over the line. For now, though, let me sort out the squad, and then we're going to take on Fulham. All right, kickoff is underway at Old Trafford, taking on Fulham. We actually have a decent record at home. It's our away record that's looking a little bit shaky at the moment. Just in terms of the lineup, we've got Altay in goals, Delik, Yoran, Hine in the back, Maturawi, Fernandez, Fretesi, Angelino, Ahmad, Costantelias, and Sesko up front. The reason I'm playing Maturawi there is that we have sold Diego Dallo as well, and Maturawi was complaining that he's not getting enough game time, so playing him as a wing back now. So let's see how he does in that position. And here he comes, Maturawi, bring it forward, takes the little clip, and that was Sesko. It was actually Angelino who took the header, who's been on a little bit of poor form. This is the game that he needs to sort of step his game up a little bit. And then I know I mentioned Ahmed had left. He hasn't left. We rejected an offer from, I think it was Inter. He wants to leave. He's not happy at the squad. He doesn't like being a backup to Mbeumo. So we have to look at the world where we're going to let him go. So we might bring in a winger, which I do have 2 that we're looking at. And here is Ahmad, and he crosses it in to Benjamin Sesko. And Benjamin Sesko scores his 7th goal of the season in the league, making him now officially our out and right top goal scorer. That's right. Sesko's on 7, and Mbeumo and Fernandez both on 6. And then Cunha, Ahmad, and Costantelias all on 5. It's good numbers, but it's just not enough numbers when you kind of want, by this stage of the season, to at least have 1 striker or 1 attacker in the, double digits. And we know we're close to that. We're spreading the goals around, I guess, a little bit, which is nice. But, I kind of want that dominant Erling Haaland type of striker, that's going to score all the goals possible. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. Well, the rest of the half has gone pretty much uneventful. I say that, and then a highlight immediately starts. Maturawi bringing it forward. Licht. Yoro. I don't know why it's stuttering a little bit. Hein. Fernandez goes to the back post. Maturawi brings it forward, and that was a terrible header. Was that the highlight? I realized my power went off, which is why the screen was stuttering a little bit. I don't know if you guys are going to see it in the video. I'll check when I edit. And if it's not, then I'll just cut this part out. But here we go. Fulham have the ball all the way back to Leno. This is Anderson looking to try and break United at the half. Why are they showing me these highlights? What is going on? Like, why bother with that? I don't know. Let's go to the second half. I'm just double checking that it is still on key, and it is. So I'm not 100% sure why they're giving me those two pointless highlights. Yoro, Hein. Good ball across to Angelino. Finds Costantelias. Back to Angelino. Fratesi, Hein. Fernandez. Back to Fratesi. Nice ball to Angelino, who's got to find Costantelias with some space. Brings it in for Ahmed. Couldn't get the shot in. Matsawi shot. Blocked by Leno. That could have easily been 2-0. And you have to wonder if maybe Rachu was playing. Would he have put that in the back of there? Because he has scored a couple of good belters, Rachu. But we are trying to give Matsawi a bit of a run in the squad. Make him happy again. Fernandez goes wide to Matsarawi. And here he is on that wing. Got some space. Brings it to the back post. And that's as far as he gets on that one. And now they're taking it out. Chukwueze bringing it forward for Fulham. It's a crunch. Fernandez is getting sent off. Ah, that is not ideal. I'm going to sacrifice Costantelios. Bring on Kobe. Do something like that. Ah, man, that is annoying. So annoying. Red card. We'll bring on Kobe Mainu. I can't have that gap in the defense. That's not going to work for me. Rather sacrifice an attacker and try and hold on to this 1-0 lead. Here's De Ligt. Finds Ahmed playing in a more central role now. Gets easily dispossessed by Sessegnon. And now they play back to Robinson. Lukic finding Smith Rowe. Jimenez has a little bit of space. Hein is with him though, but Hein lets him run just a tad extra. The shot goes over the top. Ugh. Can't believe Bruno Fernandes. What a silly tackle as well that was. Hey, really was. Let's make some swaps. You know, Matsarawi's playing well, but he's looking a little tired. We'll bring on Rachu. Elsewhere, Angelino is also looking tired. We're going to bring on Dorgu just to strengthen up. Yara on a yellow card is making me now very, very nervous. So Heaven come in there, and then Heaven come to the left. Just a couple of defensive changes, nothing too radical. Just rest some weary legs, basically. Just let the clock run down. I don't do the whole time wastage thing. I feel like it never works in FM, and I don't know about FM26. I never done it in FM26, but every time I've used it in other previous iterations of the game, we always just concede. Like, it's just a weird thing that always happens to me. I don't know if it happens to you guys. Let me know in the comments if it does, but I never use it. Kobe Mainu loses out there, and it is going to be a corner. Are we going to get the highlight of the corner, or was that just another pointless highlight that we received? That is just another pointless highlight. I don't understand how that is a key highlight when nothing happened. Like, maybe the resulting corner would have been something, but no. Just a pointless, useless highlight. Is Amade Traore. Is it Amade Traore? I think it's. He's through on goal. Smith Rowe is through on goal. I mean, that looked a little bit offside. I feel like there was a bit of sus there going on there. That was... What happened there? Heaven was playing them onside. We had held on for so long with 10 men. And there's a kickoff highlight. We held on for so long with 10 men. Rachu brings it forward. Back post. Ahmad is looking not the greatest in the air. Dorgu goes also back to Rachu. And he does nothing. Goal kick for Fulham. Looks like we're just getting highlight after highlight. in a rainy Manchester. Leno goes a bit to Lukic. I thought he was going to lose it there to Mainu. And now we just caught in possession. There was a good little chip in there. Alex Iwobi bringing it forward, takes the shot. Great save from Altair. And then a huge block there from, I think it was Fratesi, who got the block in there. That was huge for us because that could have easily been a goal. This was the match we needed to win, guys. We desperately needed to win this match. Do I blame Fernandez? I think I do. I think I have to blame Fernandez in this one. You know what? I'm going to actually just single him out. You must do better. You're a captain, you're a leader, and you're doing rubbish like that. All right, let's talk about transfers quick before we do all of this stuff. We can look at the transfer screen. Like I said, coming in, out and in, we can't check. Where do we check transfer history? There we go. Look at the transfer history. We can go from the most recent. These are the guys we brought in, like I mentioned, the 3 guys going out. There's another one that I didn't mention for a while. Been holding on to it, but was going to go to him. Manuel Ugarte has gone to Al Hilal. Offered me 34 million for him. Absolutely wanted that. I tried to get Neves from them because he was also available, and he was available for like nothing. Ruben Neves. Is he still available? Ruben Neves. Is he here? Ruben. There he is. He's available for 2.4 million. We could get him in. Only problem is his wages. He wants 350k to come in, and I just don't think he's that justifiable. If he was more left-footed, I would have maybe agreed to it, because we don't have a lot of left-footed players in our team. But that is an option that was there, and I was like, oh, that is something quite crazy that he's available for so cheap. And then on top of that, we also sold Lisandro Martinez to Al Ittihad. They gave me a lot of money for him. I couldn't say no. 46 million pounds I'm getting for Lisandro Martinez. I feel like it's a good career move for him. Good money for us. It's allowed us to increase our kitty a little bit as well and bring in those other players. And then, like I mentioned, Diego Dallo, 45 million pounds from Diego Dallo to Juventus. Didn't really feature much for us this season. Came in as more of a sub in those 11 games. Has been all right for most of the season. And if you noticed, I have fixed the Italian names, how to do those. So that is cool. There's tons of tutorial videos. You guys can find them all there. But yeah, we made a big profit on Diego Dallo. I'm happy with that. I will definitely take that one. And in terms of who we're looking at, I have 2 guys on my shortlist that I was looking at. Number 1 was Leo Sauer. I think we mentioned him in one of the episodes. He has joined Real Madrid, so he's not going to be joining us. I'm keeping him on there just in case. Another guy that I kind of want is Santiago Castro here from Bologna. He looks like he could be potentially a very, very good striker. And possibly even the type of that's an Ahmed replacement for the future. Just something to keep out there. He is worth at 72 million. We've got 87 in the bank, so we do have enough money. We can even go up to 87.5. But we'll keep, I just want to keep it. Jared Braithwaite is someone that I'm just keeping an eye on. His contract is set to expire end of the season. And if Harry Maguire does not renew his contract, I think Jared Braithwaite might be a good replacement for him, especially if we can get him for free. I think he could be quite good. And the same goes for Gonzalo Inacio. His contract also expires end of the season. I'm hoping, actually no, they've renewed it. 2030 now. It was 2026. He signed a new contract. He's also worth 105 million. But Braithwaite, 2030. He's also signed a new contract. I wasn't even looking at 2030. Man. Well, I'm taking Braithwaite out because I'm not spending 60 million on him. I was hoping to get him for free. Get off my sword. Get off my list. Get off my list. In terms of players that we have looked at in trying to get in, I was searching some goalkeepers quite interestingly. I was talking about Ahmed replacement, and I mentioned you I've got two in mind that I'm looking at possibly bringing in. The first one that I looked at was Antonio Nusa here from Norway. I like the looks of him. I feel like he could develop into something quite good. And if we just compare him to Ahmed, you'll see that they're quite a similar mold. And there is an argument to say that maybe Nusa is a better player than Ahmed. Also quite young as well. Only problem is he's valued at 97 million. So it is something we just got to keep an eye out for that one, 20-year-old. The other one's also a 20-year-old, all the way from Ajax, a little bit more cheaper. And that's Mika Gotts here. I like the looks of him. I like the fact that he's both can play on the left and the right. And if we compare him to Ahmed, you will see that he is considerably a little bit better than Ahmed. Not by much, but being 3 years younger and a lot cheaper is the option that we could go for. He's currently on 13,000. Ahmed's on 100,000, 49 million. So if we sell Ahmed for that 49 million, I'm not going anything lower than 49. People have offered me 25 for him. I'm saying no. I want 49 million for him. That's the only way I'm going to sell him. Then we could bring in someone like Mika Gotts in here. For the rest of the squad, though, we are looking at the squad in general. We can have a look at most of these contracts are expiring quite soon. We've got a few contracts that are expiring in 2029. The ones that are red have triggers, I think it is. I'm not sure what those are. But those are all the ones in 2026, rather. Those are the ones that are expiring. I said 2029. I'm so lost. We're going to lose Casemiro. We're losing me, Maguire, and Heaton. So we are going to lose both our backup goalkeepers, which is why I was looking at a third choice goalkeeper. And even if we look at the under 21s, we do have a lot of goalkeepers in this list, including the likes of Andre Onana and Vitek, who are decent enough, but I don't see a world where they could be into the first team anytime soon, although a lot of them might be just forced to get into the first team already. We'll see. I might just stick with Altai and Lemons for the future. I don't know. I don't think Lemons has performed particularly well. I don't think he's performed particularly bad. I think it's just inconsistency, to be completely honest. So yeah, that is how we're lining up, and that is what's happening. So like I said, we've got the Casemiro replacement. We do need to get the Harry Maguire replacement, which was supposed to be Braithwaite. Although, in fairness, I don't know if we actually need a Harry Maguire replacement because we do have Isaac Hine. Ideally, I would like to sign Harry Maguire to another contract. I know he's 32 now, but he's a decent little rotation option, and I feel like he could be better. I don't know what I'm talking about. But Mount is someone we definitely want to sell next season. Xerxes is another one we want to sell as well. But that's all for next season's problems. Let's go and take on Spurs. We'll be back in just a moment. Right, ladies and gents, we are back. We have a lot to talk about. Ahmed is out on loan. He's left the club, gone to PSG with a future fee of 55 million if they accept that. We have brought in two players. We'll talk about the one because the one has gone back on loan is a Mexican by the name of Javier. But the one man that we've brought in to replace Ahmed is Rosangelo Dahl. Now, he doesn't look like he's great at all, but he was very relatively cheap, and we needed a decent backup. And I feel like he is a decent little backup to Brian Mbeumo out on that right-hand side. I think the other guy that we brought in, Xavier, is going to be a lot better than him. But I think as a little short-term stop-go option, £9 million, relatively cheap, I think he could do the job. I mean, you look at the polygon, he's not that much off Mbeumo, so there's still some room for him to improve. Probably get a couple of game time here and there. Other news, Lemons is back, and he is starting ahead of Altai. We are going to stick with Lemons. Altai was back. Heaton picked up a minor knock, so we're just playing goalkeeper injury roulette here. Taking on a Spurs team who, well, they almost signed my Mexican as well. Luckily, they didn't. They do have Colo Muani there. That is interesting. A lot of loanies in. Not playing their wonder kid in Mateus Tell, hey? Oh, this man was so good. And I can't remember. I think it was FM21 or 22 when he was like 17 years old. He was just a demon kid to have. Right, let's get into the game. Give you a number. No, not 6. You're not going to be 6. We'll give you 35. 6 is a sacred number. All right, kickoff is underway at Old Trafford, taking on the mighty Spurs in this one. It is a match that we need to win. We win this, we could go above them in the log. Kulemeski with doing the hippie shake there while he does the corner. That's an easy clearance from Shesko, but it goes back to him, who is onside, bringing it forward. Nobody covering him. They're all just sitting there watching him as he ran it into the box and then smashed it home. Like, guys, seriously, look at this. Look at this. This whole line here. Look at them. We'll count them in as we go in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. Look at that. 3 guys just standing there together. What are we doing? What are we doing? Jeez. That was absolutely ridiculous. Free kick now for us. Mbeumo will take it. Goes to the back post looking for Shesko. He just smashes it straight into the bar. I mean, that angle was... It would have been quite something if Shesko scored that header. That angle was very, very tight. Mickey van der Ven across to Davis. Back to van der Ven. Back to Davies. Paulinha. Danzo. This is Pedro Porro. Goes through. Kulemeski is through on... Oh, how did Kolomuani miss that? How did he miss that? He was open goal. Oh, we were lucky. We were so lucky with that one. That could have easily been 2. That should have been 2 actually. I'm City man. If I'm Spurs manager, I would have been angry. Glasner must be furious with that. Mbeumo takes the chance, hits the upright. That was close. Mbeumo there doing some magic on that right-hand side. Of course, Cunha is fit, but only 45 minutes. So we expect to see him a little bit later in the game. Costantelias, since he scored the 2 goals against Wolves, hasn't really done much. Not Wolves, Burnley. Hasn't done much since then. He's been struggling to get a bit of form. Sarr to Kulemeski. Simmons. Kolomuani. This time he puts it in, but it is going to be offside. That's something they can fix when they fully releases the proper VAR and offside decision, because they've already told us it's offside, and then they give you the VAR text, and then they don't give you the lines. Was he offside though? Oh, I don't know, eh? We won't know. We don't have the lines. We'll never know. We will never ever know. Half-time approaching. It is 1-0 to Tottenham from that goal from Kulemeski. I mean, it was just a terrible corner from us defending-wise. We haven't played well. We're struggling a little bit without that creativity of Bruno Fernandes in the middle. Oh, Lamans with a beautiful save. Dunzo trying to bring it back. Porro brings it back to a back post for Simmons this time. It does go over. I'm getting worried, guys. We're not doing well. We're not doing well at all. I'm going to shout at these players. Sort yourselves out. We need to do better. We absolutely need to do better. Mainu and Frattesi in that midfield, they need to be the engine that gets us moving. Get that creative juices flowing. Matsurawa and Dorgu have been absolutely horrible as well. Thought I'd drop Angelino just to give Dorgu a little bit of a run. He's been knocking at my door asking for more game time, so figured I'd give him a little bit more game time. So, long range effort. I don't know what's going on with this team. I really don't know what's going on with this team. We are just so inconsistent with our performances. It is just ridiculous. Let's make some swaps. Just, I don't know, we've got to do something. You know, Dorgu's poor. And Angelino come in 624 in Buemo. You know what, Dal? Come get a run. And Costantelia's coming from Cunha. We're going big. We have to go big. Dal can have a run. Costantelias can come off as well. Cunha can have a little bit of a run. Elsewhere, Matsurawi's looking a little bit tired and anxious. You know what, Matsurawi, come off. Rachu, come on. There we go. Just change everything on the wings. Let's see what we can do. And you know what? The last 20... Oh, let's keep it on positive for now. I was going to say, let's go to attacking the last few minutes. Let's see what happens here. I mean, if they score a goal, then we're going attacking. We need to. If they don't, and we score, then I might keep it unbalanced. Positive, rather. Noveski brings it back. It's fallen all the way to Mickey van der Ven. Does go over the top. But let's go to attacking. Let's try and get that goal. We need to just sort of push it forward. The last 10 minutes or so, I'm going to go very attacking if nothing happens. Here we go. Rachu with the throw. Long throw, trying to find Shesko. We've been working on the long throw technique. Rachu to Fratesi. Menu. Fratesi. Menu. De Ligt. Rachu. De Ligt. Rachu. This is passing, but nothing real of significance. Rachu crosses it in. Finds Benjamin Shesko. Vicario makes the save. Cunha, Angelino trying to do something, takes the shot straight into Saar. I mean, Angelino should have done a little bit better there. That should have been at least a shot on target from Angelino, not smash it into Saar. We're going very attacking. We're going to push up the tempo. Let's go. Something. 3 minutes left. Trailing by a goal. Matthias de Ligt's header gets saved by Vicario. With 1 minute left of regular time. 3 minutes of stoppages. Can we do something? We're very attacking. We're just pushing as much as we can. And that's going to end it. Another disappointing result. I don't know if I'm going to be in a job by the time we come back, guys. I don't know if we're going to be in a job. I don't know. I don't know. This beta save is, it's been something. Let's see if I'll have a job. I don't think I will. Right, well, I haven't received a message to say that I'm sacked. That's good. We've dropped down to 10th now. We are 5 points away from that conference spot. In terms of the fixtures, I'm going to play a lot of football. I'm going to keep playing. And when we come back, we'll find out. We're either going to come back towards the end of the season, or we come back before I get sacked. I don't know. But I will see you guys then. Hope you guys enjoyed that video as much as I did creating that video for you. It was an amazing time. I don't know what's going to happen. I honestly can't say what's going to happen. We'll find out together. We'll see you guys next episode. Your boy the Vaslap is out. Peace. Chicken grease.